Hey, what is up everyone? Me, I'm Rizo, aka Aethel Wolf, and welcome to the Wolf's Den. So what's it like to play a Lego game as someone who has never really, I've dabbled in the Lego games, but I've never really played one to its entirety. What's it like starting with this one? There was a lot of hype around this game. You got your Star Wars fans who were really hyped, you got your Lego fans who were really hyped, and then you had me, people like me. Also, I want to give a huge shout out to my boy Tyler, the Fire Lord, for joining me on this adventure of beating Lego Star Wars the Skywalker Saga. Why did I say that so weird? Lego Star Wars the Skywalker Saga. I think it's a game that you do not have to be a kid or a child to enjoy. I am a 25-year-old man who played this with another 25-year-old man who has friends over the age of 25 who told me that they really liked this game. It's as simple as this. If you're a Star Wars fan and you want to see a quirky adaptation with some solid voice acting, this game is for you. I cannot believe you haven't tried it. If you're a Lego fan, you've already played this game or you're going to, so enough said. Now, is this a good game to start you off in the Lego series? Yes, I would say so. I think if you've always been on the fence and you have the opportunity to get this game, take into account what kind of a fan you are. What I mean by this is, like, if you're not really into Star Wars, there are so many other options for you to play in terms of Lego game. Maybe you're not in Star Wars, but you love Marvel, or you like the Hobbit movies, or you love Harry Potter. I don't think that this game specifically being Star Wars is what makes it amazing. Now, before I get shot, everybody chill. For Star Wars fans, yes, but what I'm saying is if you don't enjoy Star Wars, yes, there's still things in this game that you're going to enjoy. I just think that you will get even more enjoyment leaving this game off to the side and playing some other series that you love. I like Star Wars. I like this game. I love Marvel. I'm going to love the Lego Marvel games. This game definitely does some new things that are different compared to the other older Lego games. You got like a crap ton of side quests to do. The detail in this game is insane. Like you would shoot a stormtrooper, and whether you shot them in the leg or you shot them in the head, like literally I would trip them by shooting their legs, and you could see like their legs being blasted and they would fall forward because their legs were being like swept underneath them. Or if you hit their helmet just the right way, it would just pop off of them. So maybe some of the older games don't have that quality of detail to them, but I still think they have the same simple premise. You have a lot of characters to unlock, you have a lot of side things to do and to collect, and at the end of the day, you're playing this game for mindless fun. It's not meant to be a hard game. These Lego games are not meant to be hard. There's literally an option that I turned on instantly for this game, so that if you ever die in this game from falling off of a cliff, you don't lose any studs, which that's the only penalty for dying in this game. Losing studs. If you die, you come right back to where you were. And that is why it is my personal suggestion that if you're looking to play a solid Lego game, go for the one that has the series that you are the most attached to. I promise you all, you will not be disappointed. If you're into quirky, low-key fun, if you are still a child at heart, you will like that game from that franchise that you chose. Now let me talk about this being specifically a Star Wars game. I haven't played too many Star Wars games. I have a lot of them that I want to get to, but I haven't played too many. You sit down and you watch the Star Wars movies, right? Each of them being well over 2 hours, depending on which one you watch. And the way that this game is designed is you have one world or one level per each movie. You can realistically beat each level within an hour to an hour and 30 minutes, depending on how good and how well you know Lego games. Which doesn't really sound that bad, right? Like an hour and 30 minutes, and that was with me and my boy just blasting through the levels. There is so much to explore in these games, and there's so many little details if you're a fan of the franchise that you will just fully be able to immerse yourself into this quirky Star Wars world. I praise this game for that. It is so freaking cool, and there's so many little things to it that as a fan you will not be disappointed with all the fan service poured into this game. I think for what they had to do and in the way that they designed the levels with including the story bits, they did a fantastic job.
Now, just don't expect to play this game and walk away feeling like you know everything about the movies. Quite the opposite. This is more so for those people who know everything about the movies. They're gonna get the most enjoyment out of this game.
Now, as someone who played through the entire game co-op, do I recommend playing it with someone, or is it better to play by yourself? Now hear me out. Both. It's kind of weird, but at the time of this game releasing, they didn't release a version of the game where you can play with other people wirelessly. The only way to play with someone is through local co-op, and while that usually is a huge plus for me, and I still love being able to play with my boy, the one thing that did slightly bother me was the split screen. The couple of times that I was able to just play this game single player, getting to see everything on the screen, me going off on my own and exploring the world and be able to just take everything in, it felt really good, and it felt really immersive and different. It's one thing if you're really young and you don't really care about that stuff, but I'm just saying, from the perspective of an adult gamer, it was a very different experience getting to play this on my own, taking my time, exploring everything, and getting to take it all in on the big screen than playing it with my friend on split screen, because we do have tinier screens, and some of the missions that you have to do co-op where one of you steers and the other one shoots, super fun. The entire co-op experience is very chaotic. The amount of times that me and my boy would end up just like smacking each other and just messing around and dinking around and gonking around. Man, oh man, was it worth it. But that's my entire point. If you're playing this game on your own, yes, you'll probably mess around a little bit, but nothing will beat the chaos and the hecticness of having a partner that you get to play with and just beating them with your lightsaber. So just know, in my opinion, definitely playing through this game in co-op and playing it single player are two different experiences. But yeah, I think that's all I really have to say. I mean, it was a great time. If you were to ask me, should you play co-op, play with a friend, I'd say literally do both. Find a friend to play with, and then you also mess around with it on your own, because that's the other thing. There is so much to do in this game, and so much to explore, and so much to collect, and so much to progress. There's so much to do. And while some of it might feel grindy, some of it was clearly done with like a lot of thought put into it, and there's just so much love for the franchise pour into this game. I had a good time with it. As someone who's, again, not like the biggest Star Wars fan in the world, but very much so enjoys it, I think they killed it. I think it's a very fun game to play. As a new fan of the LEGO games, I think this was a great way to start off for me. Alright, thank you so much, Tyler, and I appreciate you all. Thank you all so much for watching. If you're watching this video on YouTube, don't forget to leave a like, don't forget to leave a comment, and do not forget to subscribe to one of the most amazing YouTube families out here. And on that note, thank you all so much for watching, Wolfpack. I love you, and I will see you all next time. Peace.